Good evening, and following their false start to the season on Saturday when they crashed out of the Emirates FA Cup at the first hurdle, Leamington now face their first league game here at the Community Stadium in 218 days as they kick off their National League North campaign under the lights this evening with a visit from Boston United. Two changes are made by Holleran on his 50th birthday. Captain Jack Edwards misses out through suspension, so Joe Clark comes into the centre of the park, and Callum Gittins comes in for Dan Meredith, who drops to the bench. Boston United travel here this evening following an unbeaten pre-season campaign on the road, and after falling at the final hurdle in the playoffs last time out, the Pilgrims are looking to go one better in the coming campaign as they eye an eventual return to the Football League after 13 years of absence from the big time. After progressing into the third round of Emirates FA Cup qualifying on Saturday with a 4-2 win over AFC Mansfield, Boston travel here with their first win of the season already in the bag and as one of the bookies' favourites to gain promotion this year. Here is Thanage again, the corner taker. It's got Duxbury in support. Duxbury's first time cross is met by the head of Gittins, only as far as the number 8 Green. Tootle helps it out wide. Hawkridge's ball in. It's met by Boston head. Might drop for the number 21 at the back post and sliding in. I think that was the man who actually crossed the ball, Hawkridge, sliding in at the back post. But just didn't get enough power to really trouble Jake Weaver. Duxbury just looking to pile onto this left-hand side. Barrow has a free header up to the edge of the Leamington penalty area, well dealt with by Lane. Waldron battling hard to win the ball in the air. Gittins holding off the challenge of the Boston man and sending a beautiful ball through to Simeon May. Could be in here, May. It's a terrific challenge from the goalkeeper, and it's Waldron on the follow-up. And that goes behind for a goal kick, but the goalkeeper alert and quickly out of his area.
Yeah, and it's one of those that if he gets it wrong, then he's staring straight down the tunnel. But really good challenge from Fitzsimmons. Positive signs to Leamington. You know, this defence can be unlocked.
See Garner and Shields, the two centre-backs for Boston this evening. Two very experienced centre-backs. Scott Garner, the number 5, approaching his 150th appearance for Boston. Waldron helps it on to Gittins. Stephen Morley, flat ball into the edge of the penalty area, might drop for Osborne. Back to goal. Moves it towards May, still on the edge of the penalty area. Here's Parker from the angle. Almost found that bottom corner. Best opportunity of the game for Leamington. Joe Parker just almost skimming that right-hand post. Burrow to flick it down. Green retrieves on the edge of the penalty area. Platt looking to work it out wide towards Hawkridge. It's cleared, maybe fortuitously for Waldron, who put Shields under a bit of pressure. Waldron might benefit from this, and he's caught the goalkeeper way out of his goal. And the goalkeeper could be in trouble here.
He'll get booked. It wasn't a goal-scoring opportunity, but it was a clumsy tackle and great turn of pace for Waldron to make sure he got there. The first 2-3 yards didn't look like he was going to get on the end of it, and then quickly accelerated through and caught the keeper out.
Yeah, Waldron turning on the afterburners for the first time this evening, as we see the turn of pace of the new Leamington number 9 down that left flank. Fitzsimmons, he knew he was caught in no man's land, knew he had to do something, and maybe it's a tactical professional foul from the goalkeeper. As the corner will come in from this near side, the left for Boston. And it goes right on top of Jake Weaver. And the header is in. It looks like it's Paul Green, the centre midfielder for Boston, got there ahead of Jake Weaver. And Weaver caught in no man's land. And the header just looping over him. And Boston take the lead.
Sloppy, and Paul Holleran just looked aghast the minute it went into the net. Just stood there staring at his defensive line. How many times have we said it? Set pieces at this level, you have to defend them well. And it was a good delivery. Beat the first man into sort of the Jake Weaver's area, but it was just a melee of players, and the ball was won, and Weaver wasn't near it, and it's just softly dropped into the net. And Boston now find themselves 1-0 up 5 minutes before half time.
Leamington 0, Boston United 1, and for all their early dominance, Leamington have done well to get themselves back in this game. But as I said, the tempo of this game can change on a dime, and it's Boston who have put themselves on the ascendancy from the corner kick. Here's Borough meanwhile looking to find that bottom corner and almost found the right side of Jake Weaver's post. And Weaver at full stretch. He wasn't sure. We weren't sure up here. But Jordan Borough doing well to work it inside onto his right foot. As substitutes in front of us make their way up the touchline to warm up. Josh Martin, Cayman Anderson, Lance Smith returning to the bench for the second time in succession following that shoulder dislocation against Alvechurch in pre-season as it's worked inside toward Osborne. Osborne inviting Morley forward. He's asked a lot of the left back, but Stephen Morley will get there. Boston stretch now. Lofted towards the back post. Over Parker's head. It will fall for the right back English. He's got Gittins in support. Gittins flashes across the penalty area, straight into the arms of Fitzsimmons. But again, Leamington forcing Boston to be on the back foot and stretching Boston slightly, but the end product unfortunately just wasn't there. And another attack peters out.
Simeon May goes flying into a challenge again.
Yeah, we've seen the Leamington fullbacks fly forward as much as we hoped. We know they're a vital asset to Leamington's attacking threat. And, well, we know Leamington are more of a second half team. They do find a second wind, and they're hoping that it will come in their sails now as Waldron through on goal. Shields backpedaling as Shields doing really well to get back in at Danny Waldron.
What a fantastic tackle that is from Shields, and again, why I imagine he was voted Boston's player of the season last year.
Osborne's deep corner. Lane meets it with his head. There's a combination, I think, of the goalkeeper and a defender on the line, which produced a good save. But Leamington edging closer and closer to an equaliser.
Opportunity there, really good firm header from Jack Lane at the far post. And like you say, we couldn't quite see from here if it was the goalkeeper or a defender on the line that cleared it, but Boston managed to scramble it away, and Leamington now just looking to try and build a little bit of confidence from that.
Yeah, Leamington looking to work their way up the gears.
Shields and Garner now come up again from the back, and they pile themselves all around Jake Weaver.
The first goal came from a corner. In comes this one towards the back post. Platt is free, heads across the base of goal, and it's turned in, and it is the captain Shields. Grabbed a goal on Saturday, and he's got another one this evening to double Boston United's advantage. And again, Leamington undone from a corner kick. Platt this time at the back post, nodding back across goal, and it was begging to be gobbled up, and Shields applying the final touch into an empty net. And Leamington 0, Boston United 2, Boston 2 to the good.
Again, set pieces. Ball whipped into the far post. He's lost his man. He's free. Header back across, almost on the line. And there's your man Shields, who's probably been man of the match, if you like, with his defensive display so far. And then from his goal on Saturday in the Emirates FA Cup, he picks up another one here this evening.
Then it comes, it's a useful ball, it's flicked on by Garner, and it's a brilliant goal from Boston, their third of the game, and they are out of sight now, the Pilgrims. Scott Garner rising highest from the set piece. Thanodge, a brilliant delivery by him, teasing the Leamington defence with the ball into the penalty area, and it's the third goal for Boston, and that puts the nail in the Leamington coffin, you'll have to say.
Wow, what a good goal. Really well whipped ball in from Boston. Garner found himself free and headed it into the top right hand corner on his 150th appearance for Boston, but again, it's a set piece.
Preston left footed, swung in towards the back post, a teasing ball. Weaver didn't get there, Thulis did, and the substitute taps home from virtually on the line, and it is 4 for Boston. And Leamington being carved apart from these set pieces on the opening day of the National League North. Certainly not a happy homecoming for them. Boston, the party crashes on Holleran's 50th, and this time it's Boston's top goal scorer last campaign, Jordan Thulis, who registers 1 in the league now. Leamington 0, Boston United 4. There's the final whistle from the referee, and on the opening day of the National League North for Leamington, it's a story of 4 set pieces, 4 goals undone from the dead ball situation. not the return to league action that they were hoping for. This Boston United team certainly will put up a challenge that we've seen. Very efficient, very dominant this evening. But for now, here at the Community Stadium, we leave you with Leamington, who have lost to Boston by 4-0.
So Paul, probably not the birthday present you wanted today, but what are your thoughts on that game out there?
Funnily enough, I thought it was a step up from Saturday. Listen, Boston are probably among 3, 4, 5 sides this year in this division that they'll playoff final last year. They'll be looking to recruited well in the summer. You could see in spells of the game, they've got a lot of know-how. Put balls in good areas, back it up really well. Probably the most frustrating thing for me standing here now is that, for long periods we did all right tonight. We've gone toe to toe. I think certainly in the first half that we really came into the game just prior to the first goal. And listen, I don't need to tell you. I think when we look back, for so much good work we did do, we've let ourselves down, just not defending our box. Listen, it's 4-0 and it's 4-0 in set plays, isn't it? And listen, it's. Listen, they're a massive threat, obviously, because they've got so much height. They've got great delivery, whether whether it's Terry or the other boy, Andre. So, there's plenty for us to look at and talk about. Listen, when you are defending your box, you can give players as much information and guidance as you possibly can, but when it comes down to on the pitch, it's a case of being switched on, making sure you're not getting blocked, staying with your man, and being physically strong, because it comes down to that. And it's sadly in Saturday and today we've found miserably. So listen, it's a big wake up call to all of us. It's we're up and running again now. And we need to switch on quickly and see where that takes us.
The games don't get a lot easier with Chester as well away on Saturday. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, listen, can't wait really. Can't wait to get back up here Thursday night. Try and go through a few things and sharpen it up a little bit. And listen, I think we've had a difficult few days, and you want to get back out on the pitch. Listen, they're all tough in this league. But it's. Listen, without competitive football for a long time, it is difficult, and there's no doubt about that. Have you seen that Saturday? Like I say, I thought the actual performance individually, some of the players thought was better tonight. And like I say, from open play, we've done all right. We've done okay for long periods, but listen, we haven't dealt with their delivery or their physicality at all, and that's something that we should be able to deal with. So, like I say, things to work on, things to ponder and think about. But listen, it's certainly, like I say, with the players there, I think you can have a good look at Boston tonight, and they sort of set a little bit of a benchmark. It's something we've got to try and aspire to. And honestly, it sounds bizarre standing in after 4-0, but I'm a lot happier with that tonight than I was Saturday, knowing that there's work to do, and. We just need to switch back on, get our National League North heads on. Some of these new players need to settle in as quick as we can. I always knew it was come back into competitive football. It was going to be difficult. Listen, the proof's in the pudding. We haven't taken to it too well. So listen, we've work to do, and but there were some signs tonight that made me feel a little bit easier than I did Saturday. And listen, we'll one thing we will do, we'll work really hard, get ourselves a little bit more organised in certain periods of the game, and see where that takes us.